Well, welcome back to the house. We're actually working on the septic system today. I've never installed a septic system, but in the state of Maine here, you can install your own as long as it meets all the requirements. So we had a septic system designed because you needed one for the get the building permit. So we had a licensed engineer come and design a system, and dug a test pit. And anyway, so here's the design. And first thing I want to do is this morning I spent some time, hold on here, I spent some time clearing out the brush here, because there are two trees here with nails in them. Those are the benchmarks, and everything is laid out off of that. So we have a field size that's what the heck is the field size? It's 50 by 15. So the first thing I'm going to do is you can see that there is a flag here and there's one over there. I'm going to recheck those to make sure they're in the right locations, and actually stake out the four corners of the field itself. And then I have to strip all of the, I have to actually lay out, once that's laid out, I have to lay out another, where is it here? I have to excavate 70 feet, actually 10 feet all the way around that. I have to strip all that topsoil off to prepare the ground for the field. So I'm going to lay out the exact bed and then grease the excavator and get it down here and start stripping topsoil. That's the next step. And I have no idea where we're going to put it all, but so I'm going to do some layout and then I'll show you what I've got going on. All right, I laid out the actual bed of the septic system. You can see there's two stakes. They're 15 feet apart, and there are the other two stakes. They're also 15 feet apart, and it's 50 feet between them. So that stake there and that stake there are on the same level. They're the same level. So, oh, I'm getting you all tipped out here. Here we go. I'm not gonna have, all I can do today is strip the topsoil, because the step after that is to I'm going to have to use a laser, and I'm going to borrow one from a friend. So hopefully I can get that tomorrow, and I can start actually preparing the bed for the washed sand. So there you have it. Like I said, I've never done this, but I think I can just follow the plan here. It's pretty specific. It's very specific, and actually come up with something that passes inspection. So I'm going to go grease the excavator and then get it down here and start stripping the topsoil. Anyway, we got to get down to this level so that the bed of the septic system is at, I think he said 68 to 70 inches below the benchmark, which is over there on an oak tree. And that'll be the bottom of the bed, and then this will get filled with sand up to, I think, I don't know, is it 12? I have to look at the plans. Justin and I just finished this part of the septic system field, the leach field, and it's 15 by 50. Actually, it's bigger than that, just slightly, the field. And we're going to call a building inspector, see if he wants to inspect it, and if not, we're going to start filling this in with the proper wash sand and get ready for the next layer of the cake, which is going to be crushed stone. I mean 3/4 inch stone. So once again, we've got a big hole in the ground we're going to fill back in. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Well, I forgot to film it. There he goes. He just dumped one load of sand. He's going to dump a second one, but I'm not going to be here to film it either. And when I come back from running some errands, I'll spread that out, and then we'll order some stone after that. So sorry I missed that. Wasn't that exciting. Well, you can see they dropped the second load of sand, and I'm going to start spreading it around and see what happens. that's the rough grade. I'm gonna go get the laser now and see where we're really at. I think it's pretty close. I know it's a little high up on that side. But, well, I couldn't wait. I leveled off that side a little bit, mainly so that when they dump the stone tomorrow, I can work from both sides of the field. I couldn't do that with the sand, and it was a little more difficult. So I definitely wanted to be able to get all the way around to work on this. So that's why I went over that, and it gives it a nice little berm. So tomorrow morning they're going to dump in the hole 2 more loads of stone. Can you come? Alright, well, there's the pipe. Doesn't look like that much, but that's 90 feet of it. You can see this is the load that they brought this morning that I filmed. And when I was away, they brought that second load. So, next step here is to spread all this out. Well, I got a little surprise delivery yesterday. My friend had some trees too close to his garage, and he kept saying, "Oh, I'm going to cut those trees down and bring those logs to you." And I thought, well, he may or may not get around to it. But so yesterday he showed up with an overloaded trailer and brought these 5 logs. Most of them are 16s. I think there are 2 that are a little bit shorter, but I'll take free wood that's delivered to my yard already in log size, log form. I'm going to cut all of this stuff into 1-inch boards, probably as many 1x12s as I can get. That's kind of the plan. Cut it all to 1x12s, and I got a whole bunch of blades sharpened for the mill, so that's good. I'm ready for this project, and I think I'm going to try and do a log or 2 in the evenings after work. Don't know. That's kind of the plan. They're going to sit here for a couple days yet, though, because I want to concentrate on the septic system. I think the masons don't show up tomorrow. I'm going to have to move some of that pile so that I can dig the hole for the septic tank. I'm not really too worried about that. I'll move a bunch of it into the cellar where it's supposed to go. So, as you can see, we got more deliveries in the back of the truck, added to all the appliances that are already in the cellar. So, we're making headway on getting all that stuff ahead of time since we have a nice place to store it. I figured we should order it, and it's here because the coronavirus has made everything hard to get, or much longer to get. So all right, gonna unload the truck and then film the septic system stuff. So don't go any. All right, we're gonna start spreading that stone. How much better I can get it with the excavator, so next step, set up the laser and get this level. All right, I spent about a half an hour using the level and rake, and it's very, very close. So it's so close, I think I'm just going to leave it like it is. I could take some of this over here, and there's one little spot along that edge I could fill. I might do that, I don't know. But the next step is to go get a string and lay out the pipe pattern and use a spray can and a paint and rattle can and spray that out on there. And then I'll use the excavator bucket to wiggle a little trench in all the way around so that I can set those pipes in there. Well, that's where I'm at today. They're all level, and I've got to get tomorrow the concrete distribution box, and then I can finish this up and order the septic tank. Hopefully I can get that on Thursday. The building inspector said he could come on Friday morning, but I'm not really sure if I can get this all done by Friday morning. So, try my best. That would be awesome. Then I could cover it up this weekend and be done with this part of it, which is amazing. I was kind of putting this off. Because I just have never built a septic system before. So, it's not that hard. I guess it would be great if I had a grading bucket that with a twister wrist or whatever they call on it. You could do this in half the time with all sitting in the machine. But I got a shovel and a rake, and I'm thankful I have this old excavator. So stick around. You'll see me struggle through the rest of it. Hopefully I can get it all wrapped up this weekend. That would be awesome. Otherwise, it's the first of next week. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll keep trying posting videos. It's just hard to videotape yourself, do the work, and then find time to edit. Kristen and I are sharing a computer, and so she's often working on it. So anyways, excuses. I'm going to get more videos out, and there you have it. I'm going to try my best. All right, thanks for watching. It is Thursday morning. I don't know what the date is. Yesterday I started working on digging the hole for the septic tank, and it was misty out, and the windshield wiper's not working on the excavator, so I couldn't film from the inside of the excavator, and I didn't want to set the camera up in the rain, and it was just dark and miserable. So I'll show you what I got done. You can see that there's a pipe sticking out of the house finally, and there's a giant pile of dirt, and there's a giant hole, and it is a giant hole. I was hoping to get a 1,000-gallon tank. That was what it was the minimum size, but they didn't have it, so I got 1,250 gallons. So it's a little deeper than, and it is really deep, but this grade is going to change around here, so don't be concerned. As you can see, I laid out the bottom of the tank. I sprayed out the corners because you won't be able to get down there when they're lowering the tank. And I plumbed up from those lines to put these two boards up here. So when the guy has the tank hanging here, we can line it up with these things and then just drop it straight down without hitting the sides, and it'll be in the correct spot. That's my theory. The hole is not hugely oversized because the ground is so hard to dig. Actually, I was pretty nervous about digging this hole with the machine because it's deeper than even the frost wall, which I had such a hard time with. So I managed to get it all dug, and it's the right size as long as he can just lower it right down in place. So like I say, all this grade in here is going to change. It's going to be lower, and I think I'm even going to extend that the retaining wall up against the house. I'm going to extend it out here to some extent to protect the septic tank so no one drives over it. I'll probably build the shorter wall out to that point. Kind of close to the driveway, but my other option was to dig from the pipe over here, and I didn't like that option because it put it under the patio, and in hindsight it's probably would have been better, but I think it doesn't matter at this point. Over there, over here, 50-50. So the masons were here yesterday. They ate up a bunch of material, and I didn't film anything in here because it's just so dark. I don't have lights in here at the moment, but I'm not sure if you can see it, but they're up to the second floor. They still have to put the thimble and the cleanouts in. Let's go upstairs and I'll show you where they're at. Let me open the door over here. I'll let some more light in. All right, that's where they're at. They're moving right along. They should be able to get up to the roof at least today, if not start laying brick. So it's this block all the way up to the ceiling, and then it's brick from there up through the roof. So they have one more thimble to put in the far flue, and then they're basically done in the inside of the house. they are going to come back at a later date when there's heat in here and they can't work outside so much, and they're going to wrap this with granite. But anyway, that's where we're at. I'm going to go eat breakfast, and I have to make a quick shopping run, and then septic tank gets here about noon time. So there you go. It's progress. Well, I've done a bunch of stuff in preparation for the septic tank to arrive. I got the Fernco fitting out. I realized last night I didn't have it folded out. And I got that pipe out to the right pitch and a coupler on it. This pipe is ready to go in. I got all the couplers on the ends of most of them. I bought some 6-inch pipe to sleeve the pipe under the driveway. So 2 10-footers will get me most of the way, I think. The pipe is not that far under the surface, and there's going to be concrete trucks and such. I tried to get schedule 80, and you have to order it. So I'm going to sleeve it and try that. Talking to myself. I got these pipes down here ready to go. So they're all deburred and a coupler on one end. I got the distribution box in yesterday, and now that pipe, it doesn't look, it's not straight, but it's perfectly level, so that the effluent should flow all the way down evenly. And just because of the way the distribution box is, I was going to have a 45 somewhere, so that's going to come out of there and head up towards the house. When I get it over there, you may need a shovel or something so that you can turn it and keep it so it stays straight. So the grade will come, I'm probably going to...
I just let you know about where I am. Thank you. That was awesome. I love it.
What
it is, they'll cover it up and we won't even know. I know.
But it's closer to the flush sound, and that's what really matters. Good morning. Thought I'd show you a really good view of our septic system. See, they put the tank in yesterday, and you can see all the pipes in place, and I'm hoping that the inspector comes today and I can get that thing all closed up. That's the plan. I dropped the one of the hose clamps. It kicked it and went into the pipe, into the tank yesterday, so I was able to fish that out because I really don't want to go in there. And the baffle system, I'm gonna have to ask the inspector what he wants for the baffle system. Anyways, I'm up here on the roof because the masons are just about to come through the roof here. I think they have just the right amount of block in place, so they're ready for brick. So there we have it. Yeah, I'm actually, I think if I get a chance this weekend, if the inspector comes and I can fill this all back in, I'm actually going to spend just a little while and build a little stone wall on the other side so nobody actually drives onto the tank. That's the plan. But this is a huge project, and I think it looks all right. I'm going to try to get that thing covered up, the field covered up this weekend too. That's if the inspector got my message and shows up to inspect the thing. What do you think, Apollo? Do you want to inspect it? Do you want to just be the inspector dog? You're going to be the... Do I pass? Did I pass? Did the inspector dog say I passed? All right, that's good. I'm glad. Well, I got that covered up. I'm a little short of... I don't want to dig into that material over there. So I have some stone that will go with the with the tractor bucket. And just cover up this pipe a little bit more here. And that will be ready for filter fabric, which I'm going to do. I got to go get that tomorrow. And then I can start. No one will be here tomorrow, Saturday. And I can won't have any distractions. I'll be able to cover this up tomorrow. It'll be awesome. See, the trench is filled. I gotta go do a little more work in the tank. There's Nikos up there. It's his birthday today. 24 years old. Ode to be young. So, continuing working on the septic field here. So, keep watching. our septic system got approved, but it was I didn't know what to do about the baffle system in the septic tanks. Years ago in our old house, when the tank got delivered, it had a concrete baffle built inside of it, but apparently those have been outlawed. So I think that the gases eat up the, I don't know, the gases are acidic and those baffles tend to fail. Maybe that's why. That I'm not sure, but that's just the theory. Anyways, so the baffles in this are basically, I was given a plan from septic tank people, and I talked to the building inspector, and basically on the inlet and outlet they want a sanitary tee, and according to the chart here, tells you from the bottom of the pipe to the bottom of the extension, which I have to glue on here, it's 23 inches on the outlet pipe and 12 inches on the inlet pipe. So I'm going to make up those pieces out here, and then I'm going to make a temporary ladder to go down in the hole, because all of the ladders I have are too wide, and well, one of them will barely fit through, but it's in the widest part, and I don't think my body will go through that. So I'm going to make a small temporary ladder out of some 2x4s so that I can go down there and glue those in, and I'll show you before I climb down in the hole. Maybe I'll take the camera down there with me, because this is the first and last time that a human's ever going to be going down in there. Anyway, once I get all that done, the plan is to cover this up and then go down to the septic field. We already have the filter fabric on it, and start covering that up. Beautiful. And those are the baffles that are supposed to go down below. Well, there's the inlet pipe, and so I'm going to glue on the baffle. And there's the outlet pipe. We'll glue that one on next. Well, I hope I'm doing it correctly. Anyway, that's what the inside of the septic tank looks like. So everything comes in from there, and all the liquids leave out here, going to go out to the septic field, where they go seep into the ground. But this place will be never that clean, and no one will ever come back down in here. Well, the tank, I think, is done. You can see I painted the handles because they tend to rot off, rust away under the ground, and I figured a couple coats of rattle can black paint may extend their life. So the pamphlet from the tank company says that this is not a heavy-duty tank. It's not supposed to be driven over. It's only supposed to be covered by 3 inches of soil, which is kind of, I thought I could cover it with more, but I'm going to cover it with 3 inches of soil, and when we come to do the patio in here, we'll just have to figure out what we're doing. So anyway, for those of you who don't know how the septic system works, and it's actually pretty simple. From the house, the pipe that leaves the house, everything that you flush down the toilet or goes down the sink drains or shower drains comes out of the house, out of this pipe, and into the inlet pipe to the tank. And with those baffle systems in there, what happens is the tank, it's mostly liquid, probably, I don't know, 90% or more liquid. You get a layer of floating scum in there that eventually settles to the bottom. And in between the bottom and that scum layer is the liquid layer. And that liquid layer is at the level of the outlet pipe. So this is designed to separate the solids from the liquids. That's what this tank does. So all the liquids go down that long pipe out to the septic field, where they get spread out over that large area, and bacteria and organisms break it down, and it goes into the groundwater, and the groundwater continues to filter it, and they take care of all the bad stuff in there. So the tanks are designed to be pumped out. That sludge layer that falls to the bottom needs to periodically be pumped out, like every 2 years. Otherwise it would just fill up, and then solids would end up going down to the septic field and plug that all up. So it's much better to be proactive and have your tank pumped on a regular basis. So that's what we plan to do. So that's how the septic system works in a rural area. And well, I'm just speaking from the few systems that I've been in contact with in this area. And I'm sure that there are other design systems in other areas depending on state regulations and soil conditions and whatever. But Well, I covered the septic system. I mean the field. And they didn't drive on it. You're not supposed to be on it. So I took and I filled all of that. Now, and roughly leveled it out with the excavator. And I'm never going on that except to mow the lawn. The next step is to get the tractor and smooth out some of this soil here around, and then start spreading. I don't have to go on the field with the tractor, so I'm going to start spreading that stuff around the outside and get it looking respectable. And then it's just, I don't have this on the gimbal, so try not to be too shaky. I got everything covered up, and I tracked across it with the excavator, all except the field, which I'm going to have to rake out by hand, which is not that big a deal. And some a little bit more raking out here, but all in all, it's not too bad. We'll do some light raking, and then we'll get some grass seed and throw it on there, and that's done. Hopefully never to have to deal with that again in my lifetime. Somebody else can if the system fails, but anyway, it shouldn't fail. It should last a good long time. So there's some raking to do and some seeding, and that part is done. And oh, sorry for the shake. What do you think, Apollo? Little shake? What are you thinking? I don't know. I'm a little camera shy today. Tomorrow is a kind of a fun day because I get to make some kind of a wall around here with this pile of stuff. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, because it's just one project instead of trying to wind up a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I'll have to get the excavator. And the other thing is get some kind of a wall built here and then move that pile so that we can have our driveway back. But it's fabulous to have the septic system in, and that's one big thing I can check off the list. Next thing in the house is getting some siding on so that I can permanently run the wires of the cable of the conduit and into the house, because I think the electrician's coming next week. So getting that done and a panel inside, and then he's off and running to wire the inside of the house. In about a week, the roofing shows up. So I've got a week of odds and ends here, and then it's try to get the roof done, and they should be done with the chimney early in the week. So the 2-week clock starts when they're done. So they said got to let it cure for 2 weeks, and then we can start using it. So 2 weeks, about 2 weeks, we can put a wood stove in the house and actually have heat, and at the same time we'll have electricity. So things are happening, and there you have it. So this is the end of the video for the septic system. Oh, though tomorrow I may go up on the roof and shoot a final shot, but that's basically all I'm going to film for the septic system. And there you have it. I hope you enjoy this content, and thanks for watching.